BEEX project is a no-profit foundation about visual art and photography. If you want to help us, just drop a donation on buymeacoffee.com/BerlinExplorer. So, welcome to this 50 minutes of experience. Today I have the pleasure to have here Mohamed Sorkhe Abi. Welcome to this podcast.
Hello, everyone. I'm very glad to being here. Thank you.
Also for me, nice to have you here. So, as you know, I would like to ask you to say something about you, then we can talk along.
Yeah. I'm Mohammed Sorkhe Abi. I'm a fine art portrait photographer from Iran. And during these 10 years that I took a portrait, I very impressed with the humanity and inside of the people because true portrait photographer, I think he or she must to depict the model self. If you have another question, I'm here.
Okay, so I want to talk with you a bit about your latest experience. I've seen from your Instagram that you made quite many exhibition, and what was your experience in that, and what was your feeling, and did you get in touch with some interesting people, and what do you think people understood about your work?
Yeah, lately I've created two pieces of NFT because the NFT is very trend and all the photographer actually on or another artist create NFT. And I want to speaking about a little about these things that is like a superficial, for example, exhibition in the another, for example, metaverse and something like that. If you want, we can talk about NFT because I have a little experience about that.
Yeah, you can talk us about that.
Yeah, if I want to, um, if I have a comparison between the physical exhibition and NFT exhibition, the same thing that I found out is there is a mafia behind all of these things. For example, in Iran, especially when you want to introduce yourself to a high-class gallery, you must have a link or another masters or another, for example, authority must uh, say some compliments about your personality and your background and something like that to the, for example, collectors or maybe high-class gallery. It's the same in the NFT, and maybe because of its trend things that NFT are or is maybe the all the photographers or artists think that NFT is easy things to sell the artwork, or photograph, but it's not true. You must have a link with collectors, and uh, you must shield your post, um, or another things that you must to do. The Discord is very important program to advertise your work.
Yeah, sure.
But
It's
yeah,
totally different from. I mean, it's already difficult to sell your work in an exhibition normally physically, uh,
uh,
especially in digital. It's much more difficult because first we are talking about NFT. That is a word actually now is growing, but not everyone has the access, and especially because you need to have a portfolio. I mean, you need money, cryptocurrency, and not everyone knows what is a cryptocurrency or how they can get it or how they can transfer, you know. And for another part, I think it's also totally difficult because, as you know, there is a fee you have to pay every time of the gas to upload
Yeah,
your NFT.
yeah.
Then you should have a kind of success in the digital world. So then you mean the support for of other creatives, and what I've seen work in this field is for sure a photographer. They have over 1 million of follower, but
Yeah.
what they do it is just they buy the art of other artists, and these artists they buy them art. In this way, they make in a way advertising to advertise them stuff. But
Mhm.
I think it's not easy at all to sell it. The good part is just probably you can exhibit in a 3D world, but actually I think there is no a lot. It's nice, it's funny to have these things, but it's not really practical because we are not yet in a world like you said to use a 3D world or digital world. So I think for now it's just something you do it for having fun, but not without any really purpose. Who make money on that means that make money also on a physical object, I think.
You know, the thing that I found out is the vivid and colorful, or maybe beauty advertising portrait and fashion is more better instead of in comparison with the artwork as the thing that I do, the melancholy or maybe gothic style that I have. It's not popular in that NFT industries, you know. But when I see my friends' work that they do portrait, beauty, and fashion with all of accessories, that all of that is vivid, I can see two of my friends sold all of their work, you know, one Ethereum or maybe half Ethereum, and after 2 months uh, they leave transfer to, for example, the wealthy artists, you know. But what I mean is the collectors don't have enough artistic side, you know. They are popular people without any knowledge in art or maybe a strong eyes to recognize a true piece of art, you know. They always attention to nudity, the erotic things, or maybe vivid or colorful stuff, you know, in the work for more advertised or something like that, you know. But there is another platform, super rare. It's better instead of, for example, OpenSea or Foundation. Super rare because the screening of this website is very difficult for choose the artist, and this is the things that why super rare is very professional with doing art in that platform. But the photography is very new in this platform that I hope so it can find their true way that the collector understand what photograph is bad or what photograph is good, you know.
Yeah, yeah, I understand. So let's jump to your picture and your experience. I wanted to ask you, what do you think your picture talk about? What do you want to express? What do you want to communicate?
uh, One of my inspire is Yusuf Karsh. Yusuf Karsh is a father of classical lighting, studio lighting actually, and he said the eyes is like a gate of the soul, and the first thing that the photographer must do is break any mask on the face of a model to recognize the true identity and personality of her, you know. And
Yeah.
all of these 10 years that I do portrait, this sentence is on the top of my wall, you know, that I always look at that. So the true reality of the model is very important for me. What in a stage photography is near to theater or act, and the stage photographer in portrait actually must to uh, stay away of acting of facial expression. The portrait photographer must to recognize a true identity and personality with the outfit, with the micro expression on the face and something like that. And this is the art of a portrait photographer must to do it. To found out the real emotions and feeling of it. For this reason, I always create a comfortable atmosphere and ambience in my studio to that the model feel free without any concern and any anxiety and something like that to release her soul actually. And after that, I always attention to social issue during in my country or another things that I grew up with them. The personal issue and social issue that they are near and close to each other because all of the environment issues affected on me, you know, but they are affected to each other. So I always thinking about the concept because I do fine art and the fine art work needs the concept. So
Yeah, sure.
I staged a personal concept that always exists behind of my work with a true identity and personality of the model. For this reason, I always use of regular person. I don't use of, for example, for a professional model because they are also do acting and something like actors, you know, but it's not uh, enough actually a true feeling and it's not close to reality. Yeah.
Yeah, it's I understand totally because it's the same for me. I mean, I love the reality there is behind the subject, and a model is in a way already influenced from this way to acting that sometimes don't give us this error, you will say, no, to be just human. And I wanted to understand also what kind of stories you treat usually, and there are some subjects you prefer than other, and why.
Um, the story depends of the my feeling and my emotion. Today, I spoke with my friend that we talk about something like that, that the artist is similar to crazy man, you know, or um, the artist is similar to insanity or something like that. And maybe all the artists in the world release their all of the complex that they experienced before during their childhood till their adultery or something like that, you know. And art and the artist is a kind of human that can depict and show their inside, and this is the difference between the popular or ordinary people with the artist. And for this reason, I had some issues in my life that the other people have, but the environment actually, my country always engaged with war or another things, and maybe all of this pressure that comes from outside of my studio always affected on my inside to depict something, to release myself, you know, to have a better life. And I think art always survive. It is like a survivor that always they push my back up to continue this difficult life. Yeah.
So there is something you would like to work on in the future that you didn't have the possibility to doing right now? Would you like to try to work also out of your country? Tell me more about that.
Nearly, I want thinking about a new concept of my new project. It's about I inspired of Rumi, a great poet in Iran. He was a Sufi actually. It's about mysticism and philosophy and both of them, and combination. I wanna use of kind of mythology to create this work that it referred to my platform, Eastern mysticism and something like that. And I wanna stage a new series about these things, but I couldn't tell the story now. But I hope you, after I create this project, I would be appreciated if you attention to that. Thank you.
Yeah, for sure. I will keep an eye on your work as I did until now. I think I remember exactly that was months ago. I discovered your profile and I got in touch with you. And I remember clearly I was watching your exhibition picture, your picture of the horses. I really like them. It's,
Yeah.
even because it's difficult to find.
Yeah, fortunately, both of these, the black and white version and colorful version, has been selected as edited in lens culture in a fine art a photography contest and in black and white photo
I
contest
was
in the lens culture. Yeah, yeah.
I was
But
for you.
I'm
I was
yeah, but
for
I
you. Sorry. I was
yeah.
for you the experience with the lens culture. I mean, what do you think about them?
Lens culture is an outstanding photography community in the world. They are the top of and the least, I think, because they push the artists to extend and boost their knowledge in photography. For example, if you participate in any competition in lens culture, if you participated as a 10 picture as a series or more than 5 picture, after that, the lens culture team and its curator and professional photographer talk about your series, and this is very valuable because maybe in some country there aren't any critics or enough good enough teachers, photography teachers actually. But if you want to improve your knowledge in photography, you can participate in the lens culture competition for their and they criticize your work, and that was very useful because I remember the first time that I participated in the fine art photo contest. The curator said that your work is outstanding, but you must, for example, work more for your statement, for example, because there isn't enough synchronicity with your photos and your
Yeah.
statement and text. So all of these things that you understand from that lens culture curator is very useful for your knowledge. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's I mean it's my work. This I'm an editor too. So then when I do it a review of portfolio for sure,
Yeah.
it's interesting to see the point of view of someone else and understand how you can improve better your work.
Yeah.
The
That's
only things
amazing.
I think is I don't know what I don't like probably of lens of culture. Uh, it's probably the way they manage the open call. I mean, yeah, it's they just doing the first picture for free as many
Yeah, 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 yeah.
doing, but it's just yeah, it's a marketing option and
But actually, with one picture, there isn't any criticizing about your work. You
yeah,
must.
yeah, I know.
Yeah,
You have
yeah,
to
yeah, yeah.
pay. I mean, in the end, this is the way to
Yeah,
to get the money, for the curator.
yeah, yeah.
I don't know. I always thought about. I mean, as a curator, I do it I doing this podcast or I doing other activity as you have seen on the project, because for me it's really important in a way or another to doing my work and to relate to photographer. I mean, as a artist too, I think it's really important to talk even if someone don't pay you. It's important to talk how to get better, because I think if we also want that someone not our work, we also have to, in a way, make people aware of things
Exactly.
we don't see, no?
Yeah.
So yeah, okay. So it was nice to talk with you, Mohammed. It was really nice. I hope
Thank you.
to see soon your new projects, and yeah, we will keep in touch and try to have another talk in the future when you will
It's
have
my
time.
pleasure to talk later with you. You are very kind, and I appreciate it to invite me to this beautiful podcast. Thank you so much.
Same for me. Thank you a lot.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you for listening to this podcast, and if you want to learn more about us, you can visit the link allmylinks.com, Berlin Explorer, or our website bexproject.com. And if you want to follow us, you can always get news from Instagram on our account BX Project. Thank you again, and see you in the next episode.